It's incredibly important to be the leader and have a great idea, but you're not going to get anywhere unless you have the ability to get things done through other people, whether they work for you in your company or whether they're part of your company's ecosystem of partners. A big part of the leader's job, a founder's job in a small startup business, is to actually recruit and build a team that's going to help them win.
And what I had to understand is if you want to grow, you got to gain people in a larger capacity. So the hardest thing was figuring out the right person and developing systems, I would say, was the most challenging part of that area.
For us, it's really hiring people around our 5 core values. And so when we go through the recruiting process and we're interviewing somebody, we really look at them through that lens.
I took some advice from other people saying you try to find people that are smarter than you, and I found that there are quite a few people in this world that are smarter than me. So I brought on some smart people to do the work that I was doing, and that process helped me to develop into more of a business development and salesperson. And it was at that time when I brought on people that our business really started taking off.
I think people just had to hear me talk about it. And then after that, people started coming in and I started sitting down with them and really wanting to make sure that these people fit the culture and that they were also different from me, because I'm very much a visionary and I needed a lot of type A personalities that were going to sit down and make those to-do lists and be very methodical on how they attack things. Because I was like, hey, I want to be in India tomorrow. And they're like, hey, let's get out of Atlanta. And I think a lot of that is very needed, that balance. I looked for the balance.
We invest in the experience and the efforts of our employees that go well beyond just compensation. They tell that story about the cultural experience they're having working with us, and that radiates out into the Seattle area and community and comes back to us with new employees.
Anybody and everyone who would talk to me I met with, my best question I would ask people after I left a coffee was, do you know anybody else that could be passionate or excited about what I want to build? And it always turned into 1 or 2 more intros. And so like a web, I ended up having hundreds of meetings.